Today I am working on my Privet bonsai. I've grown this from a seedling and this is actually its first repotting since I transferred it to this bonsai pot from its original plastic pot about 4 years ago. I'll begin with a quick prune, just to reduce the load on the roots when I trim them later during the repotting, and hopefully to promote some ramification of the branches, which will help to further develop this as a bonsai, by improving the structure and will also help to thicken the trunk. I was going to leave the top as a sacrifice branch to help thicken the trunk, but I don't like the way it looks, so I'll just take it off completely. And that's it for the pruning today. This privet has a long way to go, but it's off to a very good start. Now on to the repotting. To begin, I will start by removing the mat of roots that are growing out through the bottom of the pot. With that done, I can remove it from the pot and begin to rake out the roots. I'm going to get rid of all the old soil so I can replace it with fresh, free draining soil. I'll begin on the top, raking from the centre outwards in a radial pattern. This is to try and minimise the damage caused to the roots. Once I've gone as far as I can on the top, I'll turn it over and do the same from the bottom to get the roots free of soil while keeping as many of the roots intact as possible. Where it's become pot bound, there is a lot of circling roots on the edge. Dealing with these will make it easier to rake out the rest of the roots. With the majority of the soil now removed, you can see how long the roots have become. I will give these a trim to make it easier to untangle the rest. I'm going to rinse off the roots to remove the rest of the soil. And with that done, I think the root work for today is complete. I will continue to improve the root system in the future every time I repot this tree. It's going back in the same pot, which I will prepare by putting some screen mesh over the drainage holes. This will prevent any of the soil from being lost through the bottom of the pot. Then I'll put a layer of horticultural grit in the bottom, piling it up in the centre a bit more. I'm aiming for about 3/4 of an inch at the edges and about 1.5 inches in the centre. Then I'll add a layer of Bonsai Focus repotting mix, which will be my main soil. With the pot prepared, I can now check the height of the tree in the pot. I think it looks pretty good, just needs a bit more trimming of the roots so they're not touching the edges. And with that done, I can now add some soil and then work it into the roots. For this I will use a chopstick to ensure that there are no remaining air pockets. I'll leave the soil level slightly below the lip so that when I water it, it won't flow over the edge of the pot, washing the soil away. When that's done, all that's left to do is give it a thorough watering. You can see that there is plenty of sediment coming out in the water through the bottom of the pot. I will continue watering until it runs clear. And that's it for the work on the privet today. Now for an update on my Chinese elm from the first video on this channel. I left it for 4 weeks for the roots to recover before I started using Bonsai Focus fertilizer. To keep up to date with the progress of these trees, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.